What's up, my central unit? Is the Central Man here. So this is my review of NXT Takeover 30. I got time to review it, seen the show, get to my final thoughts in the end. 30 takeovers. They've been doing it since 2014. Since the launch of the WWE Network. The very first show they did was NXT Arrival, and they did the first of many takeovers over those 6 years. So yeah, originally this show should be, I think it was originally supposed to be Takeover Boston, but due to the COVID, so it's kind of renamed to Takeover 30. I can see it going back to normal next year. I don't know if it's going to be the final Takeover pay per view at Full Sail University. Who knows? But anyway, so we're gonna start. I'm gonna start with the kickoff show match. We got a triple threat match, really a triple threat tag team match for the NXT tag team. Really winning gets a shot at the NXT tag team champions. That is Imperium. The two members of the Imperium are Fabian Eichner and Marcel Buffel. Anyway, the contenders are, the tag teams are, you got Raul Mendoza, Joaquin Wild, really the former Zima Ion, DJZ from TNA, Breezango, Dice Fandango, and Tyler Breeze, and Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, or if you're a British wrestling fan, he's formerly known as Martin Stone, the Governor. Anyway, I think this match on the kickoff show was a good match. Everyone had their moments. It was a lot of moving parts. Mendoza hit like a corkscrew moonsault onto the other two tag teams. There were a lot of like tag team maneuvers. Like one more of the match, you had I think it was Lorcan. I might be wrong, but I think it's between Birch or Lorcan. Anyway, Lorcan was going to hit. I think trying to hit. One's trying to hit it's basically like a DDT and a net breaker combo. I think it was Tyler Breeze going to hit. I think it was Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze, Oni Lorcan. I think it was Joaquin Wild. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was basically like a DDT and a net breaker combo. That was sick. That was a good move. In the end, Breezango got the victory. Tyler Breeze hit like a super kick. I think it was on Lorcan. I don't to win this match and really get a shot at Imperium. Not really a big fan of Breezango, but anyway. So it was a good match. Should have got a little bit longer, in my opinion. I'm not saying it'd be like 30 minutes, but should have gone probably about 2 or 3 minutes more. Basically, you should have more into this, but it's starting to be good. So moving on to the next match. Actually the first match to kick off the main show. Anyway, so the first match to kick off the main show, we got Finn Balor versus Timothy Thatcher. I'll call him Tim for short. I know it's Timothy. That's his full name, but Tim. Yeah, Tim Thatcher, but whatever. But anyway, this match was a good opener. It's a lot bit of grappling, wrestling. I think like Timothy Thatcher's gimmick. Actually, I think his background is, I think I think he had some background in amateur wrestling. You can tell his moves are more amateur-based wrestling styles. I was almost cringe. He locking on the leg and the arm for Balor. I thought he's gonna break his leg or even break his arm. One more in the match, he's locking on the ankle. I thought he's gonna break his fucking ankle. You can see a little bit of Balor's ankle, trying to break, slightly bend a bit. I think he's gonna break the fucking ankle. Or when Thatcher locked the type of wrist lock onto Balor, I think he's gonna literally break his fucking wrist. But he didn't. In the end, Balor got the victory. He hit the coup de grace and the 1916 to win. It's a good win for Balor. I'd rather go with Timothy Thatcher to get the victory because I think his gimmick right now is, he's doing a lot. He's like a submission wrestling guy. He's doing these submission holds. So, and also he's lost a little bit of his teeth. I don't know why he lost a lot of teeth. I feel like he's got punched in the face too much. You can tell he's missing like little bits of his teeth out on his mouth. Anyway, so the first, actually the next match, we got a five-way match. Really a five-way for this is a five-way ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. The contenders are Velveteen Dream, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Cameron Grimes. Is it Grimes? Sorry, and Damian Priest. Anyway, this was a really fun, entertaining ladder match. Everyone had their moments. Like one more of the match here, Bronson Reed did like a splash onto the all four competitors. They were kind of like they kind of laid in piles of ladders. And then like minutes later, Damian Priest did like I think it was a swanton bomb or a moonsault. Really onto he kind of did it on four competitors. I think it's on Grimes, Gargano. I'm guessing on Dream. I might be 100% wrong. Yeah, basically, yeah. Priest did it like he did it while he basically had Grimes was laying on the ladder, and the ladder's kind of laying on the ropes, and he did like a corkscrew. I think it's not a corkscrew move, so no, I think it was a swanton bomb or any type of flying maneuver. And then you got Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano's wife, showing up. She kind of pulled down Grimes because Grimes was going for trying to get the championship. LeRae kind of pulled down Cameron Grimes. I thought Grimes was gonna do like a move on to Candice, but instead Gargano hit Grimes with the ladder. I thought he hit Candice as well, but I'm guessing she got lucky. And then like minutes later, I think like you did like I think it was Gargano hit like a sunflip powerbomb onto a ladder. I think it's placed on the bigger ladder. So yeah, there were a lot of ladder spots. If you watch ladder matches or even Money in the Bank matches for years, they do a lot of ladder spots. It gets really good. And then you got basically you had Bronson Reed. Yeah, basically is kind of like trying to help Gargano win the championship. It's like one more of the match. Bronson Reed did like a frog splash onto Johnny Gargano off the ladder while Candice LeRae was on Bronson Reed's back. And then basically LeRae bounced off Reed's back and bounced outside the ring. Unfortunately, she didn't really take the effects of the frog splash because he basically like Reed hit the frog splash onto Gargano, and basically Reed just not Reed. LeRae kind of basically just bounced off Reed's back and out of the ring. And also I feel like before that, minutes before that, she did like I think it was a Hurricanrana. I think it was on Grimes, and he kind of fall into the other competitors. That was cool. And then Velveteen Dream hit like a Rainmaker. I think it was a Rainmaker. No, not Rainmaker. I think it's called Dream Valley Driver. It's called. I think it was on Damian Priest. Onto the other ladder. There was one ladder. It was placed between the ring and the barricade. And also, Dream took a nasty, really bump. I think it was Gargano. I think I might be wrong. I think Gargano basically knocked Dream, pushed Dream off the ladder. He kind of fell onto really through over the barricade. I think there was one barricade without the plexiglass. He took a fucking nasty bump. I hope he's all right. He's not like he's fucking dead, but that was one of the sickest bumps. Anyway, so I think Damian Priest basically Izagiri Gargano off the ladder. He grabs basically the player took a wall of the belt, hit it. Yeah, I think it was an Izagiri kick. Gargano off the ladder, and so Damian Priest becomes the new North American champion. And then minutes, I think it was the minutes after the women's title match, there was a scene like Priest is celebrating with champagne, and you got hot women with bikinis in a jacuzzi. That was good. I think the match was entertaining. So moving on to the next match. The next match we've got Pat McAfee versus Adam Cole, baby. The leader of the Undisputed Era. I thought it was going to be a bad match, but I gave Pat McAfee some shit because in this match, McAfee impressed me. In this match, he was good. He's very athletic. I feel like one more of the match, he has this confrontation with McAfee's crew and the three members of Undisputed Era. That is Fish, O'Reilly, and Roderick. And then McAfee's crew wearing T-shirts says Cole sucks. McAfee hit I think it was a swanton bomb onto the three members of his crew and the Undisputed Era. And you're not gonna see them after this. I feel Adam Cole made Pat McAfee $1 million in this match. I think McAfee kicked out the basically a backstabber. He did a lot of good moves. I done my research, and I think McAfee really trained wrestling for the last 2 years before this match. I never knew that, but the dude was the dude is athletic. Like one more in the match, you had basically Cole trying to push McAfee out of the off the ring, really push him off the ring. They're fighting near the turnbuckle. McAfee instead, trying to push him off. McAfee did like a acrobatic matrix move, and then he hit Cole with a suplex. I think Cole kind of smacked the steel steps onto McAfee's leg, and then he locked him in the figure four leg lock. In the end, Adam Cole hit the Panama was it the Panama style? Oh yes, I think it's called the Panama Clash. It's called to win this match. So yeah, Adam Cole won the feud. I call it a feud because I'm gonna say this is a one match feud. I don't see a fucking yeah. Oh, Sunrise it's called the Panama Sunrise it's called. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, I don't like I say I don't think we're gonna see another match between Cole and McAfee. I think it's just a one off. I think Adam Cole's gonna go back into that title picture, trying to regain the NXT title. So and by the way, yeah, Adam Cole was the reigning defending NXT champion. I know he lost it to Keith Lee. I'll get to Keith Lee a little bit later on. Okay, that's match number 3. Moving on to the semi-main event, we got the NXT Women's Title match between Io Shirai and Dakota Kai. This was good. It got good time. Like the most of the bulks of the match. Before that, be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. So anyway, so yeah, I was talking about the Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai match at Takeover 30. Anyway, so the bulks of the match, Kai was working on the arm of basically on Io Shirai because she kind of really pushed Shirai into the ring post. That really banged her arm into the ring post. This was after the distraction by Raquel Gonzalez. Basically, Dakota Kai's heavy, her like, her bodyguard. Throughout the most of the bulk, she was working on the arm. She was fucking Spider Man. Actually, Spider Woman because she's a woman. Spider Woman. It's not just Spider Man's a male superhero. There's Spider Gwen and Spider Woman. If you read the comics. Anyway, she hit like the 619 onto Dakota Kai. I think she hit like a moonsault onto Raquel Gonzalez. This is like minutes later in the match. Outside the ring. And then I think Kai hit the referee, and then hit Raquel Gonzalez hit Io Shirai, hit her with her finisher, and then attempt to help Dakota Kai win this match, but Shirai kicked out. In the end, Shirai got the victory, and then afterwards, Gonzalez attacked Io Shirai more. Then you got Rhea Ripley, and then you got the face-off between Raquel Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley. And before that, Dakota Kai hit like a move onto the turnbuckle. It's basically she hit like a jawbreaker off the top turnbuckle and a kick. And then the announcers, oh, actually not announcers, the commentator says that it's the same move that injured Rhea Ripley's face. I'm guessing she came back from injury, I think. I don't really watch a lot of NXT. I just don't have the time. But I know who some of the wrestlers are, but I don't really. I watched a little bit on like the onto the WWE YouTube channel because I can't really watch NXT because they don't really post this week. Like this week's, the only show only posted the last week's episode of NXT. They never keep up to date. I don't understand why, but anyway, so Io Shirai got the victory. It's a good title defense. I think it's a title defense because she won the belt she won it at Takeover in Your House I think it was a three-way match. It was Charlotte Flair, the former champion, Rhea Ripley, and Io Shirai. So I'm guessing the next feud for Io Shirai, I'm guessing it's gonna be Rhea Ripley. I don't know if they're gonna do a rematch between Shirai and Kai, maybe, but I think you see Ripley leave the ring. She was standing near the ramp while like she's Io Shirai celebrating. I'm guessing it's planting the seeds of Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley for in a future NXT Women's Title match, probably at the next Takeover. That will be the night before Survivor Series in November. Anyway, so move on to the main event. The main event, we've got Keith Lee in his first NXT title defense against Karrion Kross. This match I think it was a decent main event, but not the best in my opinion. It was a bit boring in my opinion. It was a bit boring. Before I get to the rest of the match, I need another drink. Anyway, back to the main event. Yeah, it was decent. Yeah, really, it was a little bit of a boring match between Lee and Cross. Before that, Scarlett Bordeaux, are you? That's her former ring name from Impact Wrestling. Now she's Scarlett. I don't know why they ditched her surname. I know it's not. I don't think that's her real name. I might be wrong about this, but anyway, she was like, she was dressing up like this sexy black outfit. She's a damn beautiful woman, Scarlett. Anyway, like, yeah, the match was a bit boring. Yeah, really, the whole bulk of the match, you basically like Cross was working on the wrist of Keith Lee. Like the funny part of this match, Lee was going to smack Karrion Cross, but instead he hit his fist onto the pixie glass, and one of the pixie glass on the barricade kind of fell. And then, he basically slammed Keith Lee's arm into the ring post, onto the barricade. He was doing like type of arm submission holds onto Lee, grounded the arm, softened up the arm, stopping like Lee doing these big man moves. Like the what's it called? Was it the Spirit Power Bomb? The what's it called? The Big Bang Catastrophe. One of Lee's big Arsenal finishes. It was a bit boring. I think Lee kicked out from. I think it's called Was it the countdown? No, it's called the Doomsday Saito. And then I think Cross kicked out the Spirit Powerbomb. In the end, like Cross hit like I think it was called the Doomsday Saito onto Lee off the top rope to win this match and become the new NXT champion. I think the way Lee won, really dropped the belt, it was completely weak in my opinion. Because for one, this is really proving my point. Like, what's the point of having Lee winning the belt and then we'll end up losing it? He's barely, really held it up for nearly a month because he won the belt from Adam Cole at NXT Takeover. Actually, it wasn't a takeover. Well, actually, he beat him at NXT Great American Bash. That was like a month ago, I think. And then he went on to drop the belt at Takeover 30, in August. Over a month. It's just like. And also, this is basically Keith Lee's final NXT really pay-per-view appearance. I still call it Takeover shows as pay-per-views because it's show. I know it shows on the Saturday, sometimes on the Sunday, depending if the main roster don't do a pay-per-view. But yeah, it was his final NXT appearance before, because the following Monday on Raw, he made his debut on the main roster. So I understand why, but I think like it's too soon to call up Lee. I don't understand why, because I think they are planning to build up Keith Lee because ever since last year at Survivor Series, defeat Vince's Golden Boy Roman Reigns, there's could be plans for Lee to get that push because I don't get my hopes up of NXT guys. They do just because I see the pattern over the years. They do well in NXT, but if they get called up to the main roster, if they debut on Raw and SmackDown, they end up getting fucking misused and buried. Yeah, like I said, it was so weak. He held it up for nearly 1 month he won it at NXT Great American Bash, and he dropped the belt at Takeover. It's just like I understand that I don't want to see Cross losing because I know he won his first first match against Tommaso Ciampa at Takeover in Your House in June. I understand that, but I feel like it's just like if it was a different Takeover show, let's say if it was in November. I think it'd be okay if they did the title change because at least you give Lee months. But on the first takeover, actually the first takeover pay per view after over 2 months, because I think it was 2 months, May or June since the takeover in your house show. You didn't give him a proper run. I felt like his run was forgettable in my opinion. he hold the belt. He had a good. I think he had a good run as North American champion, and then also he's won the big one in down in the NXT's developmental, but he won the big one, and also I think he's dropping the belt a month later. It's just so dumb. And also I've done my research that Karrion Kross, this really 24 hours ago, he vacated the NXT belt due to injury. Really, there's reports that Cross got injured. He injured his shoulder, and I heard rumors they're doing a match to crown a new champion. I wish they do a tournament. I don't think that we're going to see it. I wish NXT copied on what Impact Wrestling did, or TNA what they did a decade ago. I wish they do like a BFG series. I know they can't do it because I know like do like a league. You do the ranking, winner gets a shot, or even I wish they do a tournament, proper tournament to crown a new champion. If I was booking this, I'd rather to do this. I'd rather do it like this 32 men tournament to crown a new NXT champion, and then by the time at the next takeover show in November, you crown the new champion in November. That'd be good. Instead of doing a match to crown a new champion next week on NXT. I think it was so rushed. I'd rather just do a 32-man tournament and then do the crowning of the new champion at the takeover show in November. That's my booking. So I'm lucky for Keith Lee. I hope Keith Lee do well in the main roster. For Karrion Kross, hope he recover. Like a shoulder injury can last about probably. I don't think we're going to see Karrion Kross in the rest of 2020. He might come back in the beginning of 2021. Who knows? He might be back before that. But so I wish Karrion Kross a good luck, a speedy recovery. So if it was not that serious, I would say congrats. But since he vacated the belt, so his run was pretty damn short. So it was about 4 days. It was on Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. 5 days he hold the belt. So anyway, so my final rating for NXT Takeover 30, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think this is the best takeover show of the year. It's that, and he only did two. That is Takeover in Your House and Takeover 30. They canceled Takeover Tampa due to the COVID pandemic. So I wish they do. I think next week, you can tell next week that probably plenty more Takeover shows, not just the normal NXT brand, but in the UK brand as well. I heard rumors like the UK brand's going to do their shows in September. I think they're likely going to do their Takeover show likely in November. I don't think they'll do it in December, but I think it'll be November-ish. Yeah, we have to wait and see. So I don't know, match of the night for me. I'm going to say the ladder match was the match of the night. The 5-way match the 5-way ladder match for the North American Championship. That's match of the night. And McAfee and Coldar was good. That was entertaining. And then you got the Shirai versus Kai for the women's title. Balor and Thatcher was good. And Lee and Cross, it was okay for what it is. But the way it was like, I feel like the finish was a bit rushed in my opinion. So no bad matches, but I still give it 9 out of 10. I think it was a bit. They beat SummerSlam by a point, because SummerSlam I ranked it 8 because that was a good show as well, but I think NXT Takeover 3 was a better show. So anyway, we've got 2 more shows coming up. You got this weekend's Payback, and then the following weekend we got AEW's All Out. So that's my review of NXT Takeover 3. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Central Mind Network on YouTube. There's plenty of videos coming up in the next 2 or 3 days. We got my review of WCW Special Beats 97, SummerSlam 2000, my predictions for Payback, and also this Sunday will be my review on the Simpsons movie, so check it out. So this is the Sancho Man officially signing out. Check you later.